Happy Saturday, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day yourself. So I'm gonna be doing a this one video that I wanted to do for a very long time. It will be called Pokemon evolutions that make absolutely no sense. So I think people have done this before in the past, but I just thought that this would be hilarious to do. So I have a list of Pokemon right here. Oh, you can't see. Right there is the list that we're going to take a look at today. So let me get the first one here, which is Bagon Evolutions. So the first one that we have that is a really huge asset is Bagon to the Bagon Evolutions, which is disgraceful to notice because this absolutely makes no sense to me. The reason why is I'm trying to find it here. Okay, here we go. Right there is Bagon. Phone. This Bagon. Yeah, he looks like exactly like that. Now, the thing I don't understand is how do you go from Bagon to Shelgon? Shelgon has the shell. Where on earth did Bagon get this shell? To get to Shelgon. That makes absolutely no sense. Now, and then Shelgon goes into Saltzman, so it went from this guy to getting a full armored shield to now getting wings to fly. It's actually it was actually revealed in the show that the Bagon actually dreamed of flying, which makes absolutely no sense because I don't know. The Bagon had a dream. Right here. Bagon had a dream of one day soaring in the sky. In doomed effort to fly, the Pokemon hurts itself out of cliffs. As a result to its dives, its head has grown tough and hard as tempered steel. And this is a one day of flying. It dreams of one day of flying, so now it gets wings to fly, which makes zero sense. Let's go to Carablast to Escavalier. This makes zero sense as well, too. Carablast to Escavalier. Carablast is this little blue bug right here. When you evolve into Escavalier, you all of a sudden get this. You get a knight. How the hell does Carablast get that? Explain this to me. I don't understand. It just makes no sense. This makes no sense. We're gonna go. Oh, okay. So this will get weirder as we go along. I'll explain why. These get so weird. Let's see if I can actually do this like this. I don't have to keep going out. Feebas. We're going to do. I can spell right here. Feebas to Myotic. So, we get Feebas, a little fish, like that, basically, like your normal looking fish. If my stupid phone can, focus please, hello, okay, there's Feebas, fish. When you evolve Feebas, you get, all of a sudden you get this nice little majestic dragon. How does this happen? Where on earth does it get that shape? When fish grow up, it still stays the same in real life. I understand this is an anime, but still, I understand what people think when they think of this. Now, this next one is unbelievable. Carvana to Sharpedo. So Carvana is this think when it's like a piranha kind of fish. When you evolve Carvana, how does this happen? Fish don't do this. They don't evolve into sharks. Now that's ridiculously stupid. Like, how does this happen? Do they like, I don't know, gain traits and they're not supposed to? I mean, I'm actually gonna skip the next one I have listed here and come back to that one. But this one, I think this one has been a huge one in Pokemon history. This has probably been the most mysterious evolution in the entire Pokemon anime Remoraid to Octillery. Now, why this makes no sense, Remoraid starts as a fish. And fish grow to still be fish, or bigger fish. However, Pokemon anime made Remoraid a fish to Octillery. A freaking octopus! Now, this one has been I think this one's been a mystery for as long as people can think. I have no reason why. I don't know why it goes from a fish to an octopus. So many people have probably said that this as the number one reason, when Pokemon Evolution, it makes no sense. Oh, and number 2, because there's another one I actually want to look over too that'll probably blow your mind. But yeah, there's no way a fish goes to an octopus. Please, why? Just why? But I bet you this is on everyone's number 1 top list of Pokemon evolutions that makes 0 sense. And that would be from you guessed it, the weakest Pokemon in the world, Magikarp. Again, with the whole fish kind of thing, and if you know Gyarados as a sea dragon, what? How does that work? That doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I don't understand. That this makes 0 sense. Okay, this makes no sense. Remoraid to Octillery, fish to octopus. Carvanha to Sharpedo, fish to shark. Magikarp to Gyarados, fish to sea dragon. I think you're seeing a pattern here. The fish Pokemon make 0 sense. This is an exception though for some of the fish Pokemon, but those 3 are just unknown, and I don't get it. But probably one of the most strangest ones, I think, that from the Sun and Moon series, Rockruff to the midnight form of Lycanroc. Alright, so we have these 2. So there's Rockruff, a nice, cute little ground puppy that is probably the most cutest thing ever. But this one makes sense. You got the midday form of Lycanroc. Basically, it's just a grown-up version of Lycanroc. Then the midnight form right down here. Yeah, that's basically this. That makes sense. The not make sense part of this though. Lycanroc is like the zombie version of a Midnight's form. It's basically the zombie version of each of them. It's so undead, evil, and it went from blue eyes to red eyes. Look at that. That is unbelievable. Explain this one to me, please, because I don't get this one at all. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. I might not get to all of these, but I'm just gonna go over the ones I think are just ridiculously stupid. So next one is this one. This is the only Galarian Pokemon I put in here because this just doesn't make sense. We got Pick-Peck. Pick-a-Peck, or whatever his name is. He's a woodpecker Pokemon. I mean, this next evolution makes sense because Trumbeak, I just found out, is basically also a woodpecker. Where's the part that doesn't make sense though? You guessed it. So these 2 evolve to a toucan. Look at that. These 2 are different types of birds. And that's not the worst one though. I think this is stupid. This one's really dumb. We have Wingo, who is based off of a American seagull, right? Okay. If you're guessing what Wingo's evolved form is, it's Pelipper, who is based off of a American pelican. Now, what I think is stupid, they're two different types of birds again, okay? This makes no sense. Now, I bet you people would think, okay, because Pelipper is based off a pelican, what if Wingo is a baby pelican? Now, I don't know if that's a theory or not, but I think that Wingo is a seagull and that Pelipper is a pelican. So, explain this one to me, go into further detail, what do you guys think? If I think I'm going a little too if I think I'm going over exaggerating, let me know because I don't know if I'm doing this thing if this is correct information or not. This one I gotta show you too. I hate this one so much. We have from this is like the other Galarian Pokemon. I forgot about two of them. We have the original Farfetch'd with the leek in his hand. Now, and you know the color. I don't think you can see it. It's brown with a white leek. When you evolve that in the Galarian form, you honestly get a white version, and now the leek's a freaking sword. Why? What causes this? Why? Probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but hey, what am I supposed to do about this? Alright, I gotta show you this one next. We're gonna go to probably another weird one that makes no sense. So this one. So you got Clampo, which the name suggests, which the name says is a clam. Okay. The evolved forms go to Gorbis. Now this makes no sense because it just went from a clam to about a pink eel kind of thing. Okay, but then it gets worse. The said clam Pokemon can also evolve into a blue sea dragon named Huntail. Why? That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Pokemon it's just so confusing sometimes. Like, why did they do this? I don't think I showed this one yet. But this is the other one from the fish. Oh yeah, I did do Feebas and Milotic. Never mind. There's another one that we want to show you guys, but I can't remember which one it is. Explain this one to me. You have Litwick, the candle Pokemon. Okay? Like your average normal day candle that's sitting on the house. You know what a candle looks like. Which then evolves into the lamp called Lampent, which is a lamp. That makes no sense. So we got a candle to a lamp. Then the said lamp evolves into a chandelier, also known as chandelure. What? So we went from candle to lamp to chandelier. 3 different objects. Like, this would just make sense if Litwick was just the candle we all like. And then it goes into, like, I don't know, a birthday candle as its next evolved form. And then the final evolved form is a church candle. I don't know. I don't know what you would name those, but... But really? Really? Come on. Now, I'm not saying that the Pokemon anime is terrible, it's just that some of the evolved forms don't make sense. Okay, I think you guys are going to disagree with me on this one, because this one you can kind of see. For the first two, but the third one makes no sense to these two. So, Dratini to Dragonite makes total sense. So you got the Dratini, got a little baby dragon, which goes to Dragonite, which gets a baby that thing. The part that doesn't make sense. Dragonair evolves into Dragonite. Now, how this makes no sense. 1. There are two different colors. Somehow Dragonair it just grows up with now legs and wings and somehow absorbed a different color. I don't believe that's that's correct at all. But I know probably you guys would think that, oh, that kind of makes sense. I can see what they were thinking, but this doesn't make sense. I don't understand why that would make sense, but it just doesn't, and it's so weird. Alright, the other one I'm confused about is this one. You have this bug Pokemon named Grubbin, who is basically based off an American grub. Which, if you guys don't know what grubs are, they are a white, like, ugh, I don't want to, I'm going to show you guys, so I can't really, explain this. Okay. No, grub. This is a grub. Okay? Looking at this white picture right here, the one that my mouse is over. That is a grub. They're disgusting, okay? In the Pokemon anime, explain to me how a grub evolves into a box named Charjabug. Do you see no resemblance in that? No, I don't. And what makes this even worse, you get Charjabug, who evolves into Vikavolt, which basically Vikavolt looks basically like a fly, but has like a spark plug, which you plug your car into to jumpstart it. So we went from a grub to a box to spark plug. Really? What? I don't get this. Makes no sense. Okay, I need to stop saying it. None of these make sense. Okay. Last one that I want to go over, especially, is this one. Snorunt. But we have this little guy right here who looks like basically like a tent. Okay, this evolves into two different ways. So we went from a tent to all of a sudden this, a glare, which is basically a circle with ears. Where did they get that from? I'm just questioning that. Where on earth did they get that from? Then, Snorunt also, so back to Snorunt, the little tent, also evolves into Fosslass. Now she has arms. Where the heck did they get that from? And now a skirt with probably legs underneath it. Where did they get that from? That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Now, probably a bunch of you guys are probably going to disagree with this one, because I think you probably will see this one, though. But, alright. If you guys don't remember Surskit, it's this thing, which is basically like a water strider, if you ever seen a water strider before. So my question is to you guys is, how does a water strider evolve into a moth kind of thing? What? That doesn't make sense. These are two different bugs. Hello, Pokemon. That doesn't make sense. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is the final one that makes 0 sense. Probably a bunch of you guys are not gonna, probably guys are gonna agree with me on this one. But we are going to go to, Shelmet to a Selgor. So, Shelmet looks like this. It's basically like, if you ever see like a knight in shining armor, it looks like the head of a knight, basically. So, now, the only problem, how does this go into a Selgor, which is a humanoid, ninja Pokemon kind of thing? Huh? What? I don't know how to describe this one, but this is stupid. the sick I've ever seen. Okay, so I lied to you about this being the last one. This is the actual last one now. But let's go to this guy. Bronzor. So, Bronzor is a gear Pokemon, okay? Notice this little gear right there. Real nice, real cool. Now, the evolved form is Bronzor, which is basically this thing. What happened to the gear shape? Why is it now all of a sudden like... Ugh, how do I even describe this? It's like kind of like a dumbbell with arms. How does this happen? That makes absolutely no sense. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my list of Pokemon evolutions that make absolutely no sense. If you guys think I missed something, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know if I missed something, if I'm even over-exaggerating about all this. And so I'd like to hear your opinions if I messed this up or just really over-exaggerated. Because I think I over-exaggerate half of these. But a lot of these just made me question a heck of a lot. I want to hear you guys' opinions on what you think is the stupidest evolution out of the entire list that I said today. Otherwise, if I missed something, feel free to put in the comments. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Here's the outro. I also do put subtitles in every single video, so this is going to be a fun one to put subtitles on. Have a good rest of your day.